Well, what we're looking at behind us here is the lake. This lake was reclaimed from the sea, and it acts a bit like a reservoir for the land that's drained behind, on the other side of us here. The lake then provides a fantastic resource for birds to roost on at night time, and the surrounding grasslands around it provide a great habitat in the summertime for breeding birds. I suppose what makes it unique is the fact that it's situated up in the northwest corner of Ireland, which is sticking out onto the middle Atlantic Ocean. And I suppose the best way to describe it is it's a bit like the first or the last service station on a huge global highway. I suppose one of the most charismatic species that we have, and one of these most easily identified, is the Hooper swan. They're very visible in the fields, so when they make their landfall here in October from their migration, you can have thousands and thousands of birds here. We also have various geese species that use the site, and also Greenland white-fronted geese, which are reasonably threatened at this stage globally. So it's really important from a wildfowl perspective. I've yet to meet anybody that has come down here, and even if they come down, not in particular to see the wildlife that's here, they can't help but be influenced by it, because it's in your face. If you don't see it, you hear it, and if it's just happening around you. So the birds are flying; they're always on the move. So it's a great place to be able to sell conservation, and we can educate people every time they come, and they learn a little bit more about what's happening around them and some of the bigger issues. So I think the fact that it's so close to areas like Derry and Letterkenny and Buncrana, there's no excuse for people not to be able to come, and they don't have to go too far out of their way to come down. So, well, National Parks and Wildlife Service took on a lease on the lake in 2002. And since then, we've been developing various aspects which are sort of our statutory role on site. So, dealing with law enforcement issues, dealing with conservation objectives on the site, trying to get involved with the stakeholders and getting them involved in the day-to-day running of the site as well. The role of a ranger varies throughout the country. Depending if you're in an upland area or down close to the sea here in a coastal area. This part of the world here is quite intensive. My particular patch takes in a lot of urban areas, so it's a lot of involvement with people. The project has really put the place on the map, and the work that Francis and the County Council have done have allowed us the opportunity to market the site a bit more and develop its brand, if you want to put it that way. And I think that's crucial. We have to sell the site on an international stage and a national and a local stage as well. I suppose to this stage the local schools have used the site occasionally. What we'd like to do is develop that. We'd like the schools to come and take ownership of the site as well, come and use the site's facilities, use it as a green classroom, and hopefully now with the development of the website, the resources will be on the website for teachers to download and come and use the site. Well, I suppose as wetlands go, Lough Swilly sort of provides a huge wetland system. It's in the northwest of Ireland. It's stuck out in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, so it affords the birds an opportunity as they're coming down on their migration routes. Some are safe to land. Inch is only just one part of it. There's other parts of it further inland. You have Blanket Nook and the Big Isle. And just the whole habitats within Lough Swilly provide this sort of complex wetland site, which is internationally important. And Lough Swilly is designated both as an SAC, which is a special area conservation for its habitats, and it's also designated as a special protection area, or an SPA, for the bird life that uses the site both in the winter and the summer. That requires, under European legislation, for us to manage the site accordingly. The money for the project here, the Interreg project, is European funded as well, and that all provides a great opportunity for us to put this place on the stage where it deserves to be. One of the ways that we've tried to develop the management of this site is to form a liaison committee. So the liaison committee consists of various stakeholders. So you have local interest groups, you have national interest groups, all coming together, sitting around a table and talking about how the site progresses and how it moves on from there. And I think that's important to take in, especially the local community. There's a long tradition here from various communities of wildfowling on the site, and although it's a controversial issue, it's very important not to exclude anybody for the future management of the site. So the local wildfowlers have come together and have engaged with us and are involved in the site in various aspects.